What's up, Top Shot community? Back with another one. All right, so today I want to talk about the Eastern Conference. Pretty much what it's going to shape out to be, and who you feel me to look out. Who you should look out for on each team, at least the top team. Because I mean, the bottom is. We'll get to that a little bit later in the video. But right now, since we at the marketplace, I want to share all the lowest ads. Let me refresh it real quick so it's live as possible. Yeah, so it's looking like the Florida market right now is around $8-9. And I mean, we knew this was gonna happen because these are the new moments out of 35,000. And we learned that if we go to evaluate that market, it's my account history. If we go to the moments, let me see. I'm just typing in anybody out of the 35,000. So what? That's DeAndre Jordan. This is just an example. Even though the Nets is gonna be in it, but I'm just typing in so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So this website, one of the reasons it's so good is, as I keep saying, the in-depth analytics. Oh, I ain't put the moment, my fault. But the in-depth analytics. So, alright, it tells us the lowest ads, shows us a little thumbnail of what it looked like. The circulation. Okay, it's how we know it's a comment out of 35,000. Hasn't been limited yet. Notice how I said yet. But the important thing to look at is the minted and not in packs down here. There's still 10,000 that haven't been released pretty much. There's around 4,000 in packs still. And there's around 20,000 owned. So I mean, we know that there's still moments out here. Right now, this moment is $8, $8-9 hovering around there. So you can buy in now, and I mean, $8-9 isn't a bad price at all, especially like starting off. But if you're gonna buy now and you're intending to maybe flip a moment for either money purposes or flip a moment for collecting purposes to like reinvest, just to reinvest, like in general, then you would know you wouldn't have to buy right now based off of this information, because there's still some coming out. This means there's still some supply out there, and the demand is the people that's in Top Shot, because everybody that wants to get in still isn't in, because they're trying to maintain what they have now and fix it before they fully open it. The craziest part is it's still in beta. I feel like we in a whole market already, which it is, but it's only a beta. But yeah, so I want to talk about these Eastern Conference teams. We'll look at the Western teams in another video, probably the next one. But so it's NBA.com. Let me refresh it just so you know. Of course, it's probably not gonna change because the teams already played. It's about 3:44 Eastern where I'm at. So we can see that the 76ers, the Nets, and the Bucks, top three in the East right now. Standing at 76ers 31-13, Nets 30-14, the Bucks 28-14. And not far behind, but not close either, is the Hawks, the Hornets, and the Heat. These are the top 6 teams in the East right now. Which means if yesterday was the last, like, if the regular season was over right now and it started the playoffs tomorrow, these 6 teams would make the playoffs and get seeded. I mean, other 4 teams that's close behind that have a chance. This is kind of like the in the hunt section for like NFL people. NFL is. But me being a Celtics fan, I'm not too happy about this. We 21-22. We right. I mean, we definitely in the mix. All we gotta do is go on a little run. But I'm not liking where we at right now. No shade to these teams in front of us, but I'm not liking that. Let me see what the bottom of the East is the Pistons, which really ain't surprising. But I don't think they're gonna be at the bottom for too long. They might be able to. Nah, I don't know. At least next year, I know the Pistons are gonna be way better than what they are now because they getting and have a lot more pieces. But how this relates to Top Shot is, when playoff time comes, people are gonna lean towards who's in the playoffs, who's going to have a chance to win the championship this year. So, just looking at each conference on Top Shot, we'll start with the 76ers stay on top. You already know 76ers come up, who we thinking of? Joel Embiid. That's just number one. Currently so like if somebody was new coming in the Top Shot, because I mean, of course I could talk about the highest shits, like the out of 50s legendary type, but this money bracket is different. I'm not in that money bracket either, nor am I close to it. So I try to stick to like base level investors, like used to come in. I think a good deal right now would be to get the LE because it's already limited and what's out is out. There's no more impacts. For $50, not too bad. Or if you want to go back for a Series 1, you could grab a 15 out of 1500 for $735, or it's $29.87 out of for $770, which is kind of crazy that they so close. But the cereals are about 1,000 and some change off. But these are two good Series 1 buys because Series 1 will hold the most value 100 years down the line, 50, 100 years down, however long, But yeah, that's just one. I could pull up a lot of different players on each team, but I'm gonna just look at the how top value player. I look at some deals. All right, the Nets. You already know the Nets. It's actually 3 with Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden. But I want to look at KD because he's not even playing right now. He resting up, and I mean I understand. He resting up, trying to get ready. So shoot, his stuff is way undervalued, and he only has 4 moments on the platform. Only 4 moments. This is Kevin Durant, which, in my opinion, whenever he played against LeBron for the first time in the playoffs, he outplayed him, and that was like 1-on-1 type. Even though they wasn't guarding each other the whole time, whenever they was on each other, KD won the battle. Which is why I honestly do think he's better than LeBron right now, at least. But that's another comment for another day. Out of 35,000, 45, and it's out of 15,000 is 170, which is pretty low in my opinion. But yeah, and of course James Harden. Kyrie's prices I ain't gonna look at because his are kind of high. But you can grab James Harden's 35,000 for out of 35,000 for $27. So I take a look at those and the Bucks. I'm only looking at the top 3, so I'm in it with the Bucks. I'm gonna look at Giannis numbers. Also, they just got PJ Tucker and Drew Holiday this year. And Drew Holiday is a good player, and so is PJ Tucker. See, look, you can get Giannis 35,000 for 28 out of 35,000 for $28 right now. But yeah, it's pretty much gonna end this video. These are the standings for the Eastern Conference right now, as it stands. So stay tuned for the West in the next Rooftop K.